Good afternoon, I'm Thomas Magill. Fly tipping is an issue that's not only an eyesore and potentially dangerous, but it also costs London councils hundreds of thousands of pounds each year to clear up. Now, one of the worst affected boroughs, Croydon, is cracking down, as Leila Hayes reports.
Piles of rubbish dumped on a quiet residential street in Thornton Heath. Just one of many areas of London where fly tipping is now a growing problem. Not only is this rubbish an eyesore, it absolutely stinks. There are flies everywhere. And of course the risk is there could also be rats.
It stinks. The stench is too much.
Animota Tunga has lived in the area for more than 20 years.
I wake up in the morning, open my blinds, and the first thing I see is all this rubbish. This is very disgusting.
And how do you feel about that?
I feel bad. It's getting worse. You've got the mattresses there, you've got all sort of things in there that are meant to be in their bins.
And boxes, letters, various bits.
Last year, Croydon Council spent around £1 million clearing fly-tipped waste, and the local mayor says he's now had enough.
As a council, we're taking a zero-tolerance approach to this, and we've put new officers on the street, eyes and ears on the street, who are actually going through the rubbish, looking for those addresses so that we can go back to people, find them, prosecute them, and also secure pieces of land like the one that's behind me.
One of the new enforcement officers is Ken Thompson. He says the things he sees can be shocking.
Raw meat is the worst one. I think there was raw meat in that one we looked at. Human waste, you see a lot of that. The one thing I was worried about with that mattress, and that's why I kept away from it, was, chance of people dump mattresses because of bed bugs and things like that.
On the spot, fines for fly tipping have now risen from £400 to £1,000, but the council also wants the public's help.
We do want CCTV images, and what we're now looking at is doing naming and shaming. So we're actually going to put this stuff online. Do you know this person? Do you know this car? So that we can actually follow these things through.
Enforcement is one thing, but the message is, if you like where you live, please don't ruin it. Leila Hayes, BBC London.
Essex police say a 6-year-old girl who was critically injured when a tree partially collapsed in Southend is now in a stable condition. The girl's cousin, 7-year-old Leona Rucka from Dagenham, died in the incident 8 weeks ago. 3 other children were also treated in hospital for injuries sustained at the time. New data suggests London accounts for around 1 in 7 mobile phone thefts in the whole of Europe. That equates to 220 devices stolen every day. Often carried out by gangs on e-scooters, bikes and mopeds, Oxford Street has now been painted with purple lines to encourage pedestrians to step back from the curb and keep their phones away from the road. A cultural hub based in West London that works with Caribbean and African charities and artists says it could be forced to close because the lease on the building where they are based is set to expire shortly. Chris Slegg has the story.
I used to love him, the way he moved, his physique, his style.
Poetry reading at the Caribbean and African Collective in Ealing, known as CASE. Just one of countless activities run by a group that could soon be homeless.
We are really fearful for the future, for our space. We haven't been here long, but in that short time we've managed to develop and grow our community. We've got 330 members of all ages, and we really have a beautiful space to come and share our culture and educate people about the Black diaspora in the borough of Ealing.
Gloria, a retired nurse, now writes and reads her own poetry here.
I guess this is going to be my last opportunity for me to tell my story, tell my feelings.
Her latest work, Moving On, is about the group's search for a new home.
Moving on is not goodbye. It's reaching out and aiming high. I've lived in Ealing for over 65 years. There's not many people from the Caribbean in Ealing now, but CASE is welcoming. You walk in, you chat, you exchange. What's going to happen when this is gone?
The lease will soon be up and £65,000 is needed to move to a new site. Case has asked the council for help.
Lots of organisations need council support and they can't all get it. Why should the council help you?
The council have said that they are promoting Ealing. They want to promote Ealing as a borough of culture. Without focusing on the black community in Ealing, without supporting the black community in Ealing, it's really difficult to prove yourself as a borough of culture.
The building is privately owned. It isn't run by the council. Ealing Council says it recognises the value of Case. It says councillors have visited the centre and spoken with the group to help explore possible solutions.
Gloria is among those hoping a solution can be found soon.
We need somewhere. We really do need somewhere. And I'm pleading, anyone who's seeing this, watching this, we do need a welcoming home once more. In Ealing's heart, a dream lives on. For, with a helping hand, we will build our new united home. Thank you.
Chris Slegg, BBC London.
Now, if you're a big Coldplay fan, you will know they are currently on a world tour which has just arrived in London for a record-breaking 10 nights at Wembley Stadium. Fans from all over the world have flocked to the capital, the city where it all began for the band over a quarter of a century ago.
This is like a massive bucket list. Yeah, this is a huge bucket list moment for us.
I love it. It's my dad's favourite and he recently passed away, so I wanted to do this in memory of him.
I think Coldplay is just so magical, like the crowd it brings together, it's all like types of people, all ages, and everyone just unites.
I have a daughter with a rare disease called mast cell disease, and she's also autistic. And Coldplay music empowered me to reconnect with my previous self.
Everyone should go see Coldplay at least once in their life to experience it.
Yeah. I think it's just the whole atmosphere. It's the crowd. It's Chris Martin. I think he might be an angel, not a human being. He's actually amazing. I lost my little dog last week, so one of the songs is going to mean a lot to me, and I'll be crying all the way through.
We met lining up at Melbourne last year, and then we did the Sydney shows as well. So she calls me her Coldplay mum.
I first started loving Coldplay when I was around 13 years old. I always heard them on the radio, but the Viva album, obviously, is where my real love started.
It's just Chris Martin is just unbelievable. I've even had a little tattoo like his.
Sounds like fun, and if you're going, have a good time. That takes us nicely to the weather with Sarah Thornton.
Afternoon to you. We've had a dry and bright start across the capital today with a bit of cloud here and there at times, but also some good glimpses of blue sky. But that blue sky now being blotted out by approaching shower clouds. And those shower clouds are going to be very sharp this afternoon with some drier interludes at times. But low pressure dominating our weather at the moment, sending these bands of showers our way, continuing to do so right the way through until the weekend, dragging our temperatures down too. Here's this afternoon then, some sharp showers, heavy and thundery, but also some sunny interludes and a top temperature of 22 Celsius, down on what we have seen. And then overnight tonight, those showers clear away quite quickly. Then we're dry, clear, light winds and cooler than recent nights. We started this morning with temperatures typically low to mid-teens. Tomorrow morning, high single figures out towards the suburbs. But at first dry with some sunshine. But again, those bands of showers moving towards us. They clump together for a time in the afternoon. Could be very lively, a lot of rain in a short space of time. And those temperatures come down further, just the high teens out towards the suburbs. And with low pressure continuing to dominate our weather at the weekend, it looks like we're going to see a spell of very wet weather for a time on Saturday, and certainly feeling cooler.
And that's it from all of the team here in London. There's more, of course, on the BBC News app, including the latest from TfL, who are asking tube users who play loud music using mobile phone loudspeakers to stop. But for now, let's go back to Nina, who has the rest of the BBC News at 1. Have a lovely afternoon. Bye-bye.